Well, Potatoeville is an incarnation of the Occupy Potato movement started by artist Professor Jeffrey Allen Price, who has for many years been leading a cultural revolution of sorts around the inspiration of the potato, the history of the potato, the many artistic possibilities of symbolic meaning of what the potato represents to humankind, and it lends for a lot of levity, humor, but also it's serious, and it's so we're here at the Glenwood Church Community Center, and we have this is a Glenwood Arts collaboration with LIU Post, which is the local university where Jeffrey Allen Price is a professor and one of the artist participants. There's other LIU professors, MFA, many MFA students, and other local artists that were invited in that are participating in the post-potatoism art exhibit, which is basically using the potato as the basis, the launching point for any sort of fine art creation, which includes paintings, sculptures. There's things made from glass, wood, traditional materials. There's even a potato chip sculpture. Actually, there was one, but it was actually eaten by a raccoon that had actually broken into the premises. So it's quite an interesting story. The potato sculpture actually passed through the body of an animal and exited, and is reunited with planet Earth. So, so no, this is an exciting night. This is the culmination. This is the closing reception tonight, and the Jeffrey's band Potatotron is playing tonight as sort of the culmination, which is the Potatotron is an integral part of this potato movement, which is interpreting covers that deal with potato, and also some original songs of Funky Potato and Viva La Potato, everything from hip-hop to rock and roll to reggae dub. It's a whole eclectic mix of music with a couple of DJs backing him up, thumping beats, and he's on guitar and vocals. So anyway, so this is an exciting night. In Glenwood Arts, our mission has always been to create community-based activities and collaborate with other entities and support artists and develop new types of partnerships and events here and elsewhere that bring together different groups and help create new artistic events, but other types of collaborations as well. So we're looking forward to a great night tonight.
My practice is usually ceramics combined with linen. And what I've done is Jeffrey Allen Price was kind enough to give me a 1930s potato sack. And potatoes are having a very large history on Long Island in terms of farming. So with the vintage potato sack, I combined the sack and laminated it to my ceramic sculpture. So the interface between the writing and the underpainting in my work is a sort of an ersatz landscape in a way, representing Long Island. And whether it's so the grid in the piece and the interface of the grid structure and graphic design of the classic bag come together, and there's an interplay, and those images sort of speak to each other. But if you looked at this piece and imagined being in a helicopter looking down on Long Island, maybe this is a shoreline lapping up, maybe this is the grid work of the streets. So that interface and the color and the harmony of the pieces create a synthesis that I think is successful.
Good. Thank
The potato
Well, Potatoeville is a group exhibition that features the work of some of my students from a graduate class at Long Island University, CW Post. There's some professors' work that's featured in the show, and there's also some local artists that contributed works. Most of the works for this show were created specifically for this show. Potatoeville is the Glenwood Arts and Think Potato coming together to create a potato-themed exhibition that's for fun, it's for community, it's for art, it's a good theme to bring people together, it's lighthearted, it does have some serious aspects to it, but I think the potato is a wonderful theme in art because it encompasses a wide range of meaning, from very serious as the most nutritious vegetable in the world, the most abundant vegetable across the earth, from its origins in Peru, in the Andes Mountains, to being literally stolen from South America with the gold by the conquistadors, brought to European lands, and then the potato taking hold in Ireland and becoming very important culturally there. So there's all of this important history related to the potato on one end of the scale. On the other end of the scale, we have something that is just stupid and humble and kind of funny, maybe even ugly. I think the potato is often the butt of jokes. People call somebody a couch potato or a potato head. And of course, Mr. Potato Head. And so it has a wide range of high, low art, and just a fun excuse to make art, become collective, and that's what the potato's about.
This is a video by Ryan Zeslow. The supermarket fashion bags show all the legs and plastic stacks. Back to 12 bananas high, now all the women cry. No, it's sucked away, I'll be present for people pray. What was growing special sex? Nobody's coming out with next the evolution. Execution, no solution. I'm a potato and I'm so hip. Teenage hoodlum stand in line, donate blood to pay for crime. We'll just steal doctors' tools to bring hands on dogs and mules. High politicians spending tears.
Well, I know Jeffrey for as an artist for a few years. We liked each other's work, and I happened to meet him at CW Post, and at that point he bumped into me and said, "Why don't you join us with the potato show?" And I agreed.
And tell us about your piece.
Well, I have two pieces, and I really wanted to do these two. I collect nests, and so I made a nest. When I went into the grocery store, I saw these little potatoes that I always use, and I said they're perfect eggs. So that's how the potato got into the nest, or vice versa. So the other piece is gears, and it has a sliced potato, because actually I'm a painter and I do a lot of scratching on my paint, and I kind of sliced up with the glass and the potato and poetry, and I thought, I needed to protect the piece because of the danger. So, I wanted it to be protected. And I do this a lot with different fruits. I like working with fruits and how they try to survive and then they don't because of their water's being taken away. So, like, the potato grows eyes, and I just thought, I don't know, I mean, it was just, I knew exactly what I wanted to do when I did both pieces.
Okay.
Officer, back to New York City and to Bangkok, Thailand. We're gonna go to Peru. We're gonna go to Idaho too. Idaho? Don't you know? They love potatoes. Don't you worry now if we miss your town. I'll be back around.
My name is Ann Ambery. My piece is called Once Upon a Dream. It's in caustic wax, mulberry paper, and potato stamps. I made the piece first. I melted the encaustic wax, which I make myself. I choose the colors, I mix them up on my own. I put the layer of encaustic wax down, and then I started adding layers of mulberry paper, and I cut out stamps out of potatoes, dipped them in ink, stamped them on, continued to melt different layers of the wax, mixed them with the ink, and came out with the final product.
And how did you hear about Potatoesville?
I studied with Jeffrey Allen Price, and they presented the project to us, and I had a lot of fun trying to figure out different things to do with potatoes.
Okay.
And since I'm a printmaker, potato stamps seemed the natural thing to do.
Great.
Okay.
Down the mud.